Greetings, friends, family, and fans of our FFA Fabulous French Adventures. Fitting little Tucker here. Toss is here. Taylor is out on her walk. Got that. And the other two will get to go here soon because it's very hot. Very hot over here right now. We are in a huge, crazy heat wave. It's been in the upper 90s to all the way up to like 104, 105, which is almost unheard of. It's been really bad, and it's really difficult because a lot of places here do not have climatization. So if you're coming to the area, make sure whether you're coming to stay or whether you're coming for a visit, you want to check in with the place you're staying at and make sure that it has some sort of climatization, air conditioning. What kind of air conditioning does it have? Is it actual real AC that you get to control, or is it something that's controlled somewhere else in the building? Is it full building air conditioning, or is it specific to certain areas? That's very, very important if you're going to be comfortable to sleep. We feel quite fortunate now. We came last time we came. It was warm, not this warm. This is an unusual heat wave. They have been happening more and more, of course, because everybody's having issues with climate change. The big difference here is the French don't deny it. They've been working diligently at it. But the problem here is, the European nation has all been working very diligently at it. They are some of the most diligent people about doing things for the environment that I've ever seen. It's really quite amazing. Packaging is very minimal. Everything is recyclable. They're all switching to non-fuel cars by the early 2030s. So and lots of public transportation options that are already switched over. They have really done more than their fair share. But as a group of peoples and a size of countries, they're quite small compared to the two most frequent offenders when it comes to climate situations, those being China and the U.S. So they're kind of running an uphill race, if you will, when it comes to climate stuff, even though they do way more than most places do. So it is tough for them because they do all the good things, but here they are suffering in this horrible heat. And buildings around here, we feel quite fortunate because we're in a home that was built in the mid-1990s. There's 3 mini splits in here, one in one of the bedrooms upstairs, one of our bedroom downstairs, and one of our living areas. And so we are able to set that at a responsible level and stay cool. We also have fans in all the rooms that we purchased and brought in. And so we use those until it gets too warm, and then we turn the mini splits on only in the room that we're in, and try to continue that, environmental impact sort of thing. And we try to be very conscious of it. But we are able to stay comfortable. There's people that have died already in this heat wave, lots of people. And so we feel very fortunate because the buildings in this area are just not built. A lot of these buildings are hundreds, if not thousands of years old. So they're not really built to adapt to climatization. That's what they call air conditioning here. And so they really struggle. Some of the citizens really struggle to stay cool. And again, we feel very fortunate that we have the option that we have, and of course the lovely pool that I'm sitting in front of this morning. And we sit outside when it's cooler and try to take advantage of that as well. and we have some lovely shade with the huge wisteria over the patio here. So we take advantage of all those opportunities to stay cool, and wear cool wraps around the neck when we go out, and go out during the morning and evenings, so that we stay cool. And then during the heat of the day, we these lovely shutters that are on all the doors and windows. You close those. You keep that evening or morning coolness in the house, and the heat of the sun out during the day. And you just shutter the house up, and you kind of living in a little bear cave during the day when the heat is out, and then you open it back up in the evening. So there's lots of ways that the French have adapted to trying to keep the heat out and keep the cool in, and we've adapted to all that as well, because that's, after all, what we came here to do, to adapt and assimilate into the lovely world that they've created here, which is lovely indeed, and we appreciate it in all its aspects. Another thing the French do that's coming up, that we also just find quite charming. The 4th of July is just around the corner. I'm very excited because my adopted brother Eric from West Hollywood, who I call him my adopted brother because we went to school together. I've known him since he was about 15, and that'd be some 50 years now. So we've been together for a long time, and he'll be here. He's coming in just 2 days now. He'll be here for a long 4-day holiday, which stretches over the 4th of July weekend. And the French, while the 4th of July doesn't mean much to them, their Independence Day, if you will, would be the Bastille Day, which is later in the year, on the 17th. But 4th of July for us, and they do give a nod to us on the 4th of July. They give a nod to the United States, and they're certainly celebrating our 250th birthday this year. And they're doing lots of different little things. Paris has some things going on, and they're doing different things across the country. I feel incredibly fortunate again that our friends and fabulous musicians, singers, songwriters, blues guitarist, Carolyn Wonderland, and our other friend Shelley King, another fabulous country blues rock singer, songwriter, musician, and her band. They are coming to play a blues festival in Cabane, which is maybe 10-15 minutes from us. So we have tickets for that, and I think it's a little blues school where they teach kids about the blues, and there's a little blues festival at the end of that, and it just happens to be on the 4th of July, which is super cool. So Eric and his friend that is traveling with him, and Amy and I have tickets for that, and we're going to go and see that. That said, it's going to be 97, I think, that day. So, of course, we'll be taking a cooler full of ice and, neck wraps and things to stay cool with, and, lots of water and whatnot. You want to just take plenty of water and juice and things that will keep you cool when it's hot like this. And you're allowed to do that here. They don't really curtail you when you're going to a festival. You can take those things with you. It's not as strict as it is in the United States. You can take your chairs, you can take your coolers, you can take your drinks. They're perfectly okay with that. Tickets are $18, so it's really kind of nice in that it's very affordable, and it's going to be a great evening. We're very much looking forward to it, and of course there'll be probably fireworks and things. So. And it's 15 minutes down the road from us, so we're very excited that we'll be able to go and see the event and enjoy it despite the heat, and then come home and probably jump into the pool and cool off a little bit before we head to bed. But so they do celebrate with us. our 4th of July, and we think that's really sweet that they give us that nod. We are unaware of any big celebrations in the U.S. for Bastille Day, although there are some French-related restaurants that sometimes do a little celebration. So in the U.S., so that's a nice thing too. But yeah, the heat is a real thing here, and it is devastating, much like the U.S. But the U.S. is a younger city. The buildings are much more prepared to deal with it. But wherever you are over this holiday weekend, do take care. Don't overindulge. Drink all your water. Drink lots of water. Drink more water than you think you need. Take your ice packs. Take your ice wraps. Be kind to each other. Be patient with each other, and celebrate whatever you want to celebrate. But take care and be kind. Be grateful, and enjoy, and share with your friends. We'll be doing the same, and we look forward to seeing you again. As always, we appreciate your time here on our YouTube channel here at 321 FFA. Thanks for being here. We look forward to seeing you again. A bientôt, and au revoir.